At the same time, the Architectural Association of Kenya, AAK, says lack of planning and strict implementation of construction regulations is the main cause of buildings collapsing. The association now wants the government to intervene, saying this has affected the planning of major cities in the country. They're also appealing to the government to consider adopting tax concessions on construction materials, as well as sector-specific stimulus packages and policies that will help cushion the construction industry. AAK President Wilson Mugambi says the sector, which contributes an average 7% to the country's gross domestic product, is experiencing a sharp decline, and thus tax reliefs to manufacturers of steel, paint and cement would remedy the situation. Analysis by the AAK Quantity Surveyors chapter also revealed that a big percentage of the energy used in cement and steel production is petroleum, which has equally been affected by rising prices brought about by the COVID-19 pandemic and the Ukraine-Russia war. He spoke during this year's AAK annual convention in Mombasa that has brought together over 500 delegates and exhibitors from the agricultural sectors.
Them. What is the rationale to approve certain developments? Because we have a building code, we even have a zoning policy which dictates how far you can go in terms of the number of floors and how much you can cover in terms of the floor area of a particular plot. So our key gap in Kenya is, of course, enforcement, and it has all kinds of gaps. You'll talk about corruption, you'll talk about very lax and professionals at the county level, but ideally we need to stem the issue of enforcement and make sure that everything is being done structurally, because documentation is there, the guidelines are there, and ideally you shouldn't have scenarios whereby there's imbalance in how development is being done.
The fundi, as we know, is a very important person in the construction industry, because this is the person who does the actual implementation of the work. But as we know, there are many people who have learned on the job, and yes, they are skilled, but they do not have the certificate to do that work. What I would encourage such a person to do is to go through NITA or National Construction Authority, go through a training program so that they are certified, that they are qualified to do that work. This will help a lot of our fundis to be able to understand what is required of them and to be able to deliver good projects.
Nice.